Here I'm doing all my calibrations. I thought, fuck, just come with me. I mean, this isn't my IIW, and fuck, if I can't figure out calibration of my own problem. Always check. These blocks are either 4 inches or 10 centimeters. And this one is more than 10, so it's fucking exactly 4. It's an imperial block. It matters. Next, we go to velocity. I had it set there on straight beam. I have it to different settings. You can get a basic setting. Now this should be 4 inches from here to here. I measured it already, but whatever, doesn't matter. 4 inches, or again, 10 centimeters, anywhere. Oh, fuck, I'll show you. That's your index point. Number one, you have to find where the peak of your beam is coming out. Fuck, let's go right to the board. When you shoot, okay, here, let's get, because it's topical. If you're shooting phased array, you're shooting 80 to, I don't know, 30, ask Terrell, she'll know better. There's 64 fucking probes hitting every angle in between. When you're shooting a standard probe, it shoots 70, but it doesn't shoot 70. It shoots, 67 to 73. There's going to be beam spread as it goes out, but the peak energy, if you were to look at it as a hot spot, will be, here, it doesn't matter. Whatever that is, will be, on my probe, 69.8, just because I fucking know it. So we're here, it should be 4 inches. Oh, flip it back. From the index point, we'll figure that out pretty quick. But you got to find out where your probe's spitting from. And it's spitting. Put a little goo up there. This is a trick Al Cole showed me. He's a fucking good guy. Anyways, you come over here, you can see that peak coming up. We're actually going to go to 10 inches. I'm hoping to get a second signal, but this IIW doesn't have a back bar on it. Some of them have 4 inches, 1 inch. Then you can go 4 to, 9. 4 to 9, because that goes whoop, bip, boop. You get 4. Bip, bop, can't receive the signal, boop, bip. So it gets an extra 5 inches to get itself done. 4, 9, let's see what we got here. 9, we're going to 10 inches. We're turning that decibel up to fuck you volume. Oh, this is about the worst deal that could have happened. All right, we're gonna go, fuck, you know what, you know what? We got this one here. We can probably do a 1 to 2. Let me measure that out. I bet you this will work. But on that side, it fucking won't. Come join me while Andrew Hall fucking bullshits UT. There you go. 2 and 4. So we'll measure off 2, 4. Give me a sec now. We're just going to put her down over here. I don't know what you can see, and I don't fucking care. Flip her over so that when I'm laying it flat, it'll hit both of these. Should work. Let's see. Oh, and I can see my index point better. This might be a fucking smart IIW. I don't care what you say. Whoa. Let's do it. As you kids say, let's go. Huh? There you go. Now I got 1 at 2 and 1 at 4. Not exactly. We need our gates again. Oh, wait. First and foremost, here we go. We're going to measurement. Inches, yes. Reading setup. Just like I showed you last time. Or maybe I didn't show you. Go to automatic. If you have it set... Oh, I didn't show you that either. Whatever. I'll show you in a sec. So we come back out. If you have your trigonometry set to an angle and you go to automatic on the machine, it'll give you, that's your sound signal, that's your depth on your second reflector, your distance, and your thing. That's the automatic trigonometry we're talking about. We're going to get to it. Let's back out. Okay, so step number 1, you're going to want to use memory. Now it gives you these blue bits of shit, and then you can maximize your signal. Bing, 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 bing. That's where my signal maximizes. You can do that with or without, but doing this lets you know without fucking around with, oh, it's a little bit, little big. Let's see how it goes higher there sometimes. That's pressure and where you put it, but I'll tell you right for fucking sure, that's your peak signal. We don't have to fuck around anymore. Gate 1. We're going to start it. Oh, we can turn that peak memory off now. Gate 1, we're going to start it here. That should be 2 inches. I don't have my depth for number 2, so I'm going to get rid of number 1% screen height. That just tells you how high this signal is in these iterations. 20, 40, 60%. Now it's 59 because it's separating the coupling. 80, 100, and above 100 it says 110. This one's also 60. Let's not think about it. Gate 1, 2, 3 to gate number 2, and we're going to move it over. Now, I haven't done any major adjustments yet. The distance between, oh, we don't have that on either. Let's do both of these things. So we're going to go to measurement setup, reading setup, surface, distance, depth of reflector. It would be hard to care less about the amplitude. That's just telling you how high the signal is. So that one, we're going to make it 2 to 1 because that's the piece of information we need to calibrate our velocity. I'm sorry if none of this is... Oh, it's all been on the screen. I haven't been looking at you. I've been looking at me. I feel like I needed something else. 2 to 1, 2 inch. That's fucking close. So 2 to 1, 2 inch. It should be close. It's supposed to be close. That's what those preset measurements were. So now we go back to velocity, and we can dial this in if we turn off the check until that reads 2 inches. Because remember, 2, 4, and it's the distance between those two. So we're going to this number until it reads 2. Bling, bing, good. Oh, that's what I needed, was the other distance to gate 2. So we're going to go, I mean, I guess we don't, but in my head we should. So we're going back to measurement setup. What we don't need is depth of reflector. We'll go not surface distance, sound path. That's the actual length without calibration. This is a 70, and it knows it's a 70. We'll get into it in a sec. I already said I would. We're going back. Okay, now we got our two distances here. They are equally distant, and we have to roll out the small amount of paraplex in there. Probe doesn't know if I'm using this probe or one with a shoe that's that fucking big. Here we got this size because it's a dual probe. It's the nicest probe. Don't let Tom tell you otherwise. He will. So now we're here. 0 offset. We just have to make that equal 2 and that equal 4. So we're going to, woo, it's always getting bigger. And now you got to be a little careful because while you do this, you're going to creep your signal right out of your range. So you're going to get going, and then I'm really quickly going to lose 2 here. Way before I get to where I need to be, I'm going to ditch 2 off my, yeah, it's gone. It's nowhere near, 1's nowhere near. So we got to go back to gates. Gates, 2, width. Make it big. Why not big? Bring it over. Give yourself lots of room. What are we at? Yeah, we got room now. Gate 1, width. Make it big. Why not big? Make it start over here where it should. Now we're on basics. The only concern now is that you have the smallest amount of overlap, and a signal that hit in here will give you 0 in your distance to distance. 0 offset, let's do it. 159 has got to go off the board. Now, best practice at this point is to put actual weight on it, but see, the numbers got better. Best practice, but doesn't fucking matter. We're not measuring anything. I'm just showing you something. Here we go. We're rolling it out till it's 2 and 4. Now, this isn't going to be perfect, but it's certainly going to get us there. 2 to, 4. That's not bad. Now we got a 4-inch calibration, which might be more than we need, but our 0 offset for our probe is right and our velocity is right. The other thing we should do now, oh shit, that doesn't matter, because we're not going to get it right anyways, is right now we've maximized our signal. Let's do that peak mem again. When you maximize your signal, you can tell where the signal's coming out of your probe. So you make a mark at 0, bit, bop, boop, 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 whatever. That's where you need it, because that's your index point. That is where, from the top of your probe, that is where your signal's coming from. So now we calibrate our angle. Give me a second, I'm gonna flip this over. On this, we have numbers on one side, and then we flip it over. There we go. Shit, it's on this side. That's okay, we'll get there. So for a 70-degree probe, we're gonna shoot from here, 70, into that thing, that. You can tell because of the direction it goes. 60, 65, 70, 75. On the other side, you're shooting this way. This way? We'll figure it out. 30, yeah, this way. 30, 35. So you're shooting tighter angles on this side. The idea is every angle is zeroed on this paraplex circle, and paraplex doesn't absorb sound as well. So, we're going to here. Okay, we got our probe on. We know our index point. That should be, with that index point at 70. If this was a perfect probe, that would be the maximum height. But it won't be. Peak mem, we're going to go decibels. We're going to bring it up. My rule, 80% full screen height, and there's a reason for that too. Now you go up and down here. This is what I was showing you before. I could try to maximize it, but I can kind of dilly-dick with it and make it higher there, and I come over here, is it higher or lower? You can, it's hard to see. There's an early part of the beam you can actually use. There's an early part of that beam. You can actually tell where the sound's going. But we're going to turn that decibel down a bit. Okay, and then we're going to put that peak mem on. And then this time, when you do it, it's pretty, like, you don't have to fuck around. It's pretty easy. You go back and forth a couple times. It's pretty easy to see that that is the peak. Then you bring it down here to see your 65, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 9.8. I told you that earlier because I'm fucking good. If you care, it doesn't matter. But you could do it right here. 69.8 degrees. Now the trigonometry is right. This comes in handy if you have a thickness. And sure you do. That's in the ideal setup. You've got yourself a known thickness and it stays the same, reasonably the same across the board. Oh, fuck, let's not do it here. Let's do it here. Oh, pen my ass. Okay, so this is your piece of material, and here, we use this. Here's your weld, and here's your probe, and if you're shooting a 70, I found that no fucking problem. Sure I did. But as I back up, maybe I don't find that. Maybe I found it over here. As I back it up a little bit, maybe the weld doesn't let me touch it. Whatever reason. Listen, don't get into my fucking gear. We're gonna back it up a bit. This is what the Trig will do. You tell them this is 0.5 of an inch. You put it in right there, and it's going to figure it out. You shoot from here, it's going to go 1, 2, 3 to find the same thing. It doesn't fucking care. It's going to go 2, 3, and it says it's way down here. But the trigonometry is automatic. It knows 69.8 degrees and the sound path and the thickness. So it just mathematically bounces out. And it'll tell you from your index point how far out you're going and how far down it is. Because it knows that it went a full depth, you're back at 0. And this one, it went 3/4. It knows you're 3/4 of 0.5. It'll figure it out. Now, let's put rubber on the road. We know that's 69.8. We've adjusted for it. Now I should have done the volume or the velocity. So it's going to be a little fucked up. It'll be good enough. This bad boy right here is your CSA index point. It's, I want to say 1/16 side drill, and it goes right fucking through the unit. Boop. Now on mine, it's metric. There it is. Mine's metric. It's 15 millimeters. This one's going to be something else. Let's just sneak it out. Oh, not that side. We'll do this side. So it looks like it's, 5/8. What am I, stupid? 3/4, halfway between 1/2 and 3/4. 3/8, I guess. Fucking, I gotta divide 3/8, 0.375. We'll just call it 0.375. It's close enough for what we're doing. So now we take a little couplant. Here we go. Little couplant. Boop. Be-doop. And just the same with peak mem on, you roll way past and back. You'll see where it maximizes. It's maximizing right there. And that is, here we go, at depth. It's not giving me, why is it not giving me a clean number? Should be, and it's way fucking off. 0.561. What did I fuck up? What did I fuck up? Bip. 1.5 inches ahead. Am I an idiot? Give me a sec. Okay, well, listen. From here to here, it says it's 1.515 inches ahead, and it is 1.5 inches ahead of your index point. Right? And then it says it's... fucking signal my ass. Let's get that back. 0.566. I don't fucking know about that. To where it's hitting? Oh, maybe it is. I don't know. It is closer to 0.5 than I thought. I don't know how I got that other measurement. Anyways, calibration's out. If you do it with your metric block that you're quite used to, it'll work out exactly like that.